I Googled franchise food truck, and Kona Ice showed up. And I read it, and I loved it, watched videos, and I was like, well, what am I gonna do the other 9 months of the year? So I tried to forget about it, kept going back to it, and then I told Dad about it. I'd stayed up, had a business plan, this is why we should do it. All this, had it all planned out. He didn't want to hear it. And everything I said, he shot it down. And we went to the soccer field, walked up to it, and he's like, oh, you can make your own? And that was it. He was in.
Kona Ice, it's dependent upon the day. It's either my responsibility or my fault, I guess, early on. So I get an email from this guy named Adam Summers. At the time, I was working full-time selling corporate sponsorships for the Dayton Dragons baseball team. And he contacted us saying, hey, we'd like to get a Kona Ice cart in the stadium. And I'm like, man, this could be pretty cool. And so my boss, I think, out of nowhere, just kind of is like, what if you guys bought the franchise, right? And he's like, Molly's staying at home with the girls, and she's got this like friendly, bubbly personality. Sounds like it would match perfectly. It's like, oh, this would be like a fun little side gig, and
So Brad told me about Kona Ice, and he said, what if we do this? And I'm like, really? What if we try and, buy a shaved ice truck? You're home with the kids. We can do it in our spare time. As the kids get older, it would be a great way to show them business.
I sold her on the 60,000 foot view of the company for sure.
Justin, I know, my son, thought I was crazy. I don't know what Alyssa thought.
I thought it was the craziest thing ever.
Come try one of these Konas. Oh, yeah. We're like, Dad, it's a snow cone.
No, you know what?
Why?
I said, you guys come with me down these neighborhoods.
No, that is what did it for me.
I know what did it for you.
But when you first started and you were trying to get us to, I was like,
I just wanted you to check it out.
I don't even want one.
I didn't even push it that much. And I got you in the truck to go down the neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. And I knew once you saw the
kids running out with their color changing cups, and then the flood of people just swarmed us.
And the kids standing on the corner jumping up and down. Justin thinks I'm crazy anyway, so.
Well, the story goes, Trevor, our son-in-law, and our daughter Brittany met at the University of Kentucky.
It was love at first sight, and we just hit it off.
He was all about this Kona Ice, Kona Ice, Kona Ice. I think that's the only clothes he actually owned was Kona.
But I will tell you, Trevor made it look
Very
so
simple.
easy.
He made it look very easy.
He just came in with the boxes at the cash and da-da-da, and I'm like, man, that looks easy. I gotta go to work Monday morning at 8 o'clock, and he gets to sleep in on Monday,
When we were starting to think about things we wanted to do and how we wanted to change our lives a little bit.
He was working third shifts, second shifts, just random shifts all the time, and it was just like he seemed bummed.
I had 23 years with an auto manufacturer, and I kept seeing the beach. I kept seeing Kona Ice. Kept talking about it. So I took an early retirement. Jackie gave up a great job, and we decided to move south.
Dad would call and tell me how exciting he was and how I need to be doing it. Like, you can make more money than your accounting job.
It's like, you gotta get in this, you gotta get in this. Dad wanted it, I wanted it.
And during that time, Dad was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer and everything.
And so we just pretty much stopped working. It got to spend from June to September 20th. Just about every minute with him that we could. We woke up on the 20th and he was gone.
I was able to come home and spend a month prior with him, and even during that time, he still was wanting me to do Kona. He's like, I know, I understand and everything. He's like, but you really need to think about this. This would be great for you. Once you get in this business, you can make more money than your accounting position. And I'm like, I know, Dad, I see your numbers. I know this is, I'm working this stressful job and you're having fun and making more money than me.
something clicked with us during our third convention. I remember during the first convention asking him if he would ever consider just working Kona, and it was a quick no. And so I thought, well, I'm never gonna ask that question again because he clearly has his mind made up.
We decided, like I said, we kind of decided to break off and create our own breakout session, and went and sat in this room overlooking the river, and I'll never forget it. It's just ingrained in my memory because I looked at Molly and I was like, what would you think if I left my job and came to work Kona full time? I will never forget the reaction. Her eyes lit up, and it was like the next 10 minutes, it was just, I saw this weight lift off of her. The company, you know, our Kona franchise was ready to grow, and it wasn't gonna grow without another person being involved. See, they make you drink the sauce at convention.
Yeah.
Tony says think big. I was like, guess what we just thought about?
We're like,
We thought big.
Job.
I'm gonna quit my job, how's that?
Working with family is a lot of fun because, yeah, we're 3 or 4 separate franchisees if you count our adopted Nelson.
Making a living off of shaved ice is just kind of a hard concept. Is this actually gonna work?
I know it sounds a little crazy, but it's working, and it's been working really well for a couple years now.
What really impacted it on me was being physically there and doing the events with Justin. You know, just seeing how it just flabbergasted people and just put that limelight in their eyes. You know, I was like, okay, this is more than just shaved ice. And then after I worked like a couple events with Justin and saw how easy it was to do it by yourself, and then you get to be the person writing the big check to the community, I was like, all right, I'm sold. That's super cool. It wasn't something that you can just talk about to someone. They have to be there in that moment to see how it affects the people in the community, and then I feel like you're hooked.
So where we were parked, you come over this bridge, you could see us, our lights going, fireworks were right here. The ice cream guy was here, and we blew him away. I mean, he just sat in his front seat of his truck all day and watched us dancing in the truck, shaving ice. Yes, it's the truth, it's the truth.
My name is Stacia Ruger. I live in Clarksville, Tennessee. I'll be doing...
Yeah, I'm excited for her to be in it. It's like I said, it's a blessing to our family, and I kept telling her it can be a blessing to yours.
For Dad.
It's the best job I've ever had, and it's the last job I'll ever have.
You know, I have missed a lot of stuff with the kids, and I think that was the tipping point that really kind of pushed me over the edge, was that I was going to get to spend more time with Molly, spend more time with our girls, and I'd never even thought of that as an option before.
And once we made that decision and we were a team, Kona became fun. That's when it really took off for us.
And I think it's great for them to see us be able to work together. They've seen that just because you do something for 18 years like I did doesn't mean that's the only thing you're ever going to do.
Right.
I think it sends a pretty powerful message to them and to other people that, you know, hey, you're in control of your life, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like that.
This truck, this experience is unmatched. It's just, you don't see it. We've never seen it.
It makes our little small business run from the kitchen table seem like a big deal.
Right.
When they see that and they see the kind of graphics and the videos and the things that we put together, it's like, whoa, this is a big thing. This isn't just Brad and Molly hanging out at their kitchen table, putting things together, shaving ice. It's a big business.
We've had a pineapple drink guide. He would come up to me before an event and say, why would you pay a franchise when you can do this all yourself? And then I absolutely smoke them at the event. And at the end, all I wanted to say was, power of the brand, baby.
You know, I always tell Melinda, you know, if 4-year-olds could vote, she could be the mayor of Nashville.
When we were seniors, everyone around in the room and talked about what they were going to do after accounting, and almost everybody had a job lined up or something for the summer. They were going to get an internship at this firm or that firm. And I'm Trevor. I'm going to be graduating this year, and I'm going to be an ice cream man.
So she is the main reason that I was able to start Kona, because I only had half the money I needed, and I somehow coaxed her into giving me the other half to start Kona. So honestly, I wouldn't be here without my mom. So. I gave major props to him.
face this way.
Nah, he's a good kid.
He'd be blocking the
He comes to my schools. That's what I like.
So, yeah, wouldn't do without her.
But that was his vision. That's what he wanted to see, was to have something where his kids could work for themselves, not work for the corporate life and all of the stress that goes along with that.
It's Tuesday, I'm on a boat. This is a work day. I'm gonna have to clock out eventually. My off time's less fun than my work time.
Stop here, here's your check. We were just here Friday, here's your check. Everybody, thank you so much.
And then it became a habit where every Monday, her goal was to hit the bank, hit the school, and come home with a big smile on her face, knowing that we did something special and we did something good.
As a social worker, I can say that Trevor has given back to our community. And so a lot of the people that I've worked with, the kids that I work with, they know Kona Ice. Point of pride for us in our community.
We're not from here, and we've never lived here before, and to kind of hear the community talk about something that you've done, that's pretty incredible. And I don't know if a lot of 30-year-olds.
You getting emotional?
Yeah. Sorry.
This is the most amazing, I think, franchise to get into, business to get into, something that you can pass down to your kids and get them, whole family can work together.
To show them what it means, to be a business owner and to work hard, not only for yourself, but for the community, because that's what we're doing. We're building the community, we're trying to make it better, and I think that's gonna give them a great sense of pride, and to know that we started this.
Yes, if they had got their own franchise and their own truck and everything, I think it would be amazing just to have our legacy, a family legacy of being in Kona Ice and being able to pass that down.
So I'm not worried about what the future holds. I'm really thoroughly enjoying right where we're at right now.
It's so nice to be able to enjoy the moment that we're in right now. It's like a peaceful feeling.
Until our kids get home from
Until
school.
they come home from school.
Yeah, they thought I was crazy at first, but I guess they don't think I'm so crazy. I mean, hopefully they think I'm a genius now.
Yeah, they know.
A lot of people think I invented the Kona truck. They don't know. I'm not that creative, but at least I saw a great opportunity, and jumped on it. And very thrilled, of course, that my kids jumped on that too.
Very good things going forward for the Burke family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every time I write a give back check, I think of my dad, and it just touches my heart. I get teary-eyed every time I write it, and the bigger it is, the more tears I have. I mean, the largest check I wrote was $1,111. That, I cried writing that check, and it was not because it was so much money coming out of my account. It was so much being able to give back to them, and that was very heartwarming there. I love that. So every time I write a give back check, I'm like, this is for you, Daddy.
Come with me,